Some more very suspicious news involving Joe Biden. New reports this week reveal that a federal prosecutor paused an investigation into Hunter Biden just before the election, specifically in an attempt to shield then-candidate Joe Biden from public embarrassment. U.S. Attorney David Weiss rejected moves that would have revealed the probe much earlier. This includes waiting until after the election to issue search warrants and grand jury subpoenas out of fear the tax probe would become public and turn into a campaign issue for Biden. A new article on this today at the Daily Mail says the federal prosecutor investigating Hunter Biden's taxes waited until after the election to seek search warrants or issue grand jury subpoenas, a new report revealed Friday, out of fears his probe would become public and affect the presidential contest. Delaware's U.S. Attorney David Weiss decided to delay taking any actions that could flag the probe for the public, Politico reported, so that the investigation wouldn't become a campaign issue in the contest between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Weiss began his probe of Joe Biden's son in 2018 and, by last summer, was ready to issue warrants and subpoenas, but decided to hold off. Quote, "It was a close call," a person with knowledge of the situation told Politico. "That case has way more credibility now." Of course, it seems very convenient for Biden that mainstream outlets like Politico are only now admitting this story has credibility, not before the election when channels like mine were reporting on it. Another new article on this today at Zero Hedge adds more. They say Weiss, a Trump appointee on the recommendation of two Democratic senators, Tom Carper and Chris Coons, who climbed the ranks at the U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of Delaware starting in 2007, had received conflicting advice on whether to seek search warrants and a flurry of grand jury subpoenas. Ultimately, Weiss declined to take any action that could alert the public to the existence of the case, potentially causing a repeat of 2016 when the FBI reopened the Hillary Clinton email investigation after the Anthony Weiner laptop scandal forced their hand. Another quote here from the original Politico report reads, "The probe, which is focused on possible tax law violations, has also examined Hunter Biden's business dealings with foreign interests, a topic that has animated Biden detractors, and its existence first came to light amid a controversy about the leak of Hunter Biden's laptop files." Now, they say Weiss is weighing whether to bring charges against Hunter, who has leveraged his family name into lucrative international dealings, some of which Joe Biden was involved in, and as this article adds here, which he also lied about. Looking at one final article on this today at the New York Post, they say the prosecutor's office reportedly was torn over whether to continue its probe or pause it due to the election, and Weiss, who remains in his job leading the case, sided with those who wanted to wait. Quote, "To his credit, he listened," an unnamed source told Politico. They continue here explaining the Justice Department's role in the case has faced criticism from Trump allies, who note that a Delaware computer repairman gave the FBI a laptop formerly belonging to Hunter Biden in December of 2019, according to records first reported by the Post. They also add how in the final months of the 2020 presidential race, the Post revealed a trove of emails from Hunter Biden's laptop that appeared to link his then-candidate father to his foreign business ventures in China and with Ukrainian energy company Burisma. The emails revealed that the younger Biden introduced a top Burisma executive to his father, then vice president, less than a year before the elder Biden admittedly pressured Ukrainian officials into firing a prosecutor who was investigating the company. The water-damaged MacBook Pro, which bore a sticker from the Beau Biden Foundation, was dropped off for repair at a Delaware computer shop in April of 2019, but the individual who dropped it off never returned to pick it up. It was seized by the FBI in December of that year. In addition to his Ukrainian connections, other emails on the computer showed Hunter discussing potential business deals with China's largest private energy company. One deal seemed to draw considerable attention from the younger Biden, who called it interesting for me and my family. Senate Republicans revealed the findings of their investigation into Hunter Biden's overseas business dealings back in September. They said the Obama administration ignored, quote, glaring warning signs when the then vice president's son joined the board of Burisma when he had no energy experience. Hunter Biden's position with the reportedly corrupt energy company, which paid him as much as $50,000 per month, created an immediate potential conflict of interest because his father was involved in U.S. policy toward Ukraine, the report stated. Both Joe Biden and his son have continued to deny any wrongdoing. Again, they remind us here about the widespread censorship of this story before the election, including when immediately following the release of the Post's expose, Twitter locked the Post's account and demanded the outlet delete 6 tweets that linked to the stories based on files from the abandoned laptop in order to regain account access. Twitter finally caved and unlocked the account after a 2-week stalemate in the waning days of the election, without the Post deleting any of the tweets in question. During that time, the Post gained about 190,000 Twitter followers. Then later, at a Senate hearing, weeks after the Post's return to the site, Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey conceded that the company made, quote, a mistake in its actions. Quote, we recognize it as a mistake that we made, both in terms of the intention of the policy and also the enforcement action of not allowing people to share it publicly or privately, said Dorsey, responding to a question from Senator John Cornyn, the Republican from Texas, about the forced media blackout. They also highlight how in the wake of the Post's reporting, Biden's campaign and other Democrats falsely tried to claim the documents were Russian disinformation. However, the younger Biden's former business partner came forward to corroborate the information and offer additional documentation that bolstered the story. After the election, Hunter Biden confirmed in December that he's under federal investigation. He said the authorities are looking at potential tax crimes. He also revealed that the laptop could certainly belong to him, saying in an April sit-down with CBS's Sunday Morning, quote, I really don't know what the answer is. That's the truthful answer. But asked whether it could have belonged to him, he replied, certainly. Certainly, there could be a laptop out there that was stolen from me. It could be that I was hacked. It could be that it was Russian intelligence. And so this news seems like just the latest evidence proving what most of us already know, the fact that federal officials, big tech, and the mainstream media have been desperately trying to hide this info in an attempt to protect Biden. Please leave a comment and tell me what you think about this latest update. If you could give this video a thumbs up, remember to click the like button, that's greatly appreciated, and make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. As usual, thank you very much, everyone who has been supporting this channel with your donations over at Patreon or PayPal, and with your super chats as well. It's greatly appreciated. Even just a few dollars makes a huge difference and helps me keep talking about these important issues. You can find either link down in the video description, where you can support this channel directly, patreon.com/realityreader, or paypal.me/realityreader. I will follow up soon. Thanks again.